Hey. Hello. Hello. Hi there. Hi. Can you hear me? Well, I guess you can hear me. So the idea for today, I'm not gonna like try and make a full drawing this time. I'm just gonna focus on studying. Hi. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you again. It's before Anna's stream, it was like a couple weeks without streaming by myself. So yeah, it was almost a month since the last time I streamed. So it's nice to be back. Alright, so anyways, I'm gonna try and study some poses. Maybe, actually no, I think I'm gonna study a background. In the meantime, I don't know, maybe you can ask me questions or something. I don't know, I didn't prepare a monologue. Anyways, let's go to Clip Studio. Yeah, and the gifts that were added in the last stream are staying. So below me I have Bochi and Chiyo 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 oh doki 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 doki. I hate that song. It's too like, it's too easy to stick for me. Now let me just open a new file. I have a bunch of references in here, but maybe I think I'm gonna use one in specific. Okay, I had this idea of using this reference right here for another Sayori drawing. And if you know my record, I have you used to killing Sayori, to me killing Sayori, so I think I'm not gonna draw this idea yet. This was a study, I was studying this a couple days ago on Wednesday. I tried, well, not like no, I didn't try. I made a study. Okay, it turned out to be like this. I mean, of course, it's not a one-to-one copy to the original image, but I wanted to convey the general image and composition, and a truck just passed by. Anyways, I think I should do these studies more often, because yeah, I have to be constant if I want to improve. And speaking of studies, yeah, by the way, I posted this one on my second Twitter account. Speaking of studies, where is it? Where is it? Ah, yeah, look, there's a duck. Say hi to the duck. Say hi to the duck. Alright, let's go back on track. We are supposed to make a study today. This, I'm not supposed to show you that. Big on. Pato. Yeah, Pato. Let's see. With all the references I have, I like this one a lot. I like this reference a lot. It's pretty easy. Like, this is one of the references I chose for composition, because it's easy to see what's the focal point in this image. but maybe it's way too obvious. So I have to study compositions a bit more. I also have this reference. I was thinking of using this one because red balloons, cute. What else? I have this one. I don't know what character could use this reference. I'm gonna scrap it for now. No. Maybe this. This will be interesting to study as a composition. I mean, of course, there's a bunch of stuff that needs, and I wouldn't say correction, but modification. So the image is completely clear, and we can convey a feeling. Decisions. You know what? I'm gonna. Midori jump scare. To be honest, I turned on the stream without exactly knowing what I wanted to do. I guess you guys will understand. I also have these and these references. These two references. I'm gonna use this reference. Yeah. I'm gonna try and make this study. Alright. I would normally start with basic shapes, but I'm gonna try and do everything, or at least most of it with the brush. The sky is barely noticeable, but we need to set a color to define the main light source. You know what? I'm gonna do this on a single layer. Why not? Okay, so we can start off with, let's say, the idea is to go from back to front, like in terms of steps we have to make to take. So maybe I'm gonna draw the background, the bottom of the image first, and I'm gonna try and use a opaque color palette for the foreground in the meantime, because we don't know it yet what it's gonna be. I mean, we know based on their reference, but we don't know because we're gonna base it off from the colors coming from the back. Okay, where's that? Here. And now we start just painting a tree in here. I realized that sharing what you think while you're studying, like out loud, while I was in voice chat with people, made me realize more easily when I was making a mistake, when I was trying to get something to be right as I wanted. So having company while studying is useful if you're doing it consciously. That's my opinion. So yeah, that's why I'm trying to talk more today. I'm trying to share what I think out loud. So I make a more conscious study. Okay, I have the trees in here, but they're more at the middle in my reference, so I'm just gonna move them a bit. Don't mind that there's like a cut in here because everything else is gonna get scrapped in some way. Okay, that's the farthest background in the image, so I'm not gonna give it much detail. It's supposed to be opaque color, like it doesn't have any detail. Because in real life, our brains don't consider this as our priority. Like when you look at the reference, you don't see the trees at the background at first. What you see at first are the light areas and the ladder. So thinking about those things is really useful when, like, trying to do it consciously is really useful when you want to learn, to actually learn. And of course, we have to keep in mind the values, the colors, etc., etc. Okay, there's a little block in here, which I guess is a bush, but I can't really tell, so I'm just gonna simplify it into a block. A small block in here. And here there's another block. Now these two look like placed randomly, and what about the leaves? What about the trees? What about the ladder? We have to consider as well that these are gonna get covered eventually. So as I'm working in a single layer, like a real painting, I'm gonna try and cover those up, and because I'm working from back to front in the image. So I'm gonna try and get this green over here, and I'm gonna paint over here and there, trying to cover the spaces, the white spaces that don't offer me anything. This green is a bit too dark, so we'll have to fix that later. Like, if you look at it in grayscale, they have really similar values with the general background. But I'm gonna think about that later. So there's some more leaves over here. And I'm just gonna cover this up over here. And now I can do some lights. Something we always want to consider when we're drawing is that even the color wheel has values. So let's say if I want to get a lighter color without making it artificial, like let's say in a reference, the leaves are lightened by the sun. So what if instead of picking a lighter color of green, like you can see the color wheel here, why not go to all the way to a yellow color, and we're gonna get a brighter value without making it look artificial. Our teacher wins. I'm trying. I'm not a teacher, but I try the best I can. So yeah, I go to a yellowish color and try to make to give these leaves some light, some shapes. Of course, it's not gonna look perfect, but the idea is to get their general shapes down and make our viewers understand what they're seeing. Oh, this is green and has yellow bright parts. This might be a leaf. You get what I mean? I understand why people don't like doing backgrounds. They need a lot of how do you say it? You need a lot of understanding to simplify things down, like we're doing right here, because this doesn't look nearly as the reference, but it will eventually look like the reference. Now we have, okay, we have the general shapes for the leaves. Like, it doesn't look like a reference, but that doesn't matter right now. We are just trying to get the overall shapes and colors down. Now I pick a grayish color with a bit of red to make these dark areas. Well, it's almost black in our reference. Actually, it's more like blue, considering that the shadow is coming from the leaves in here. At least this shadow is coming from the leaves. And then this other shadow over here is coming from the concrete, the rocks. So we have to keep that in mind. So now I go to here, and it's more of a reddish color. And then I start trying to get the shape of the ladder done before working on the leaves that are at the sides of the whole image, the whole composition. I try to get the ladder done first. And now I try and make the walls. Like, when you see the reference, I'm gonna zoom in a bit. You see that the rocks are lighting, like the walls of the ladder. The ladder are lightened by the sun, so they will have a yellowish color. And of course, the shadows we have here are not definitive, so we're gonna change them later. So I'm gonna go here and try and get a brighter color close to yellow. Maybe a bit brighter. I think this is good enough. And of course, we're gonna miss some details here and there, but that doesn't matter right now. We can fix them later. And now I pick a darker color because this here is the top, but this is the walnut, so it doesn't have the sunlight so direct on it. Something to keep in mind a lot of the time is that not always not a single color is gonna be definitive, because all the colors depend on each other to stand out, to shine. And that's amazing. Like, our brain interprets the world around us in relative to everything else. So we as artists have to play with that, have to play with the brain to make it see what it wants to see, or no, not what it wants to see, what we want it to see. That will be more accurate. I can get the leaves more shinier, because they seem a bit lacking compared to the reference to the original lights. When's the lecture? Hi Simsam, welcome. I'm just trying to say to state what I think out loud while I'm studying. So I'm more conscious, I'm more aware about what I'm trying to study and what I want to do on my drawing. Okay, now at this point I can start ruining the whole drawing, and you'll see what I mean by that. I can get these shapes down, the main foreground. I can start drawing it. So that's why I was trying to get the stuff on the distant background and the stuff that was gonna be covered first, so I could do this without much problem, because I'm working in a single layer. So I don't want to mess. I don't want to have a headache later just because I didn't plan enough. Okay, now that we see this looks like a mess, and it's actually a mess. So I have to start fixing. Okay, now I can start thinking. What's wrong with my original colors compared to the reference? Because this lacks a lot of contrast. Like look, the values mainly in the with the middle ground and the background are way too similar between each other. So I have to fix that. And this area over here has too much contrast between lights and shadows, so I have to fix that as well. So I try and get this dark green over here. And instead of just using the same green over here, I see in my reference that there's a bunch of light and the green is more saturated in here. So I'm just gonna fix what I didn't fix before, what the mistakes I made before. And try and get them right this time. It's kind of difficult try to speak while I'm focusing on this at the same time. I don't know, it's like how do you say it? The thing that the clowns do with balls juggling between their hands, and that sounds really bad. What am I saying? So yeah, I have to keep track of my talking and my drawing at the same time, which is kind of challenging. Hi, Rotsu. I see you didn't join before. I see how it is. You hate me, right, Rotsu? Last I checked, you hate me once. Nah, you are the one who hates me. Remember that time you wished me death while I was sick? I was dying, Rotsu. What is wrong with you? That's what happened there too. Why did you do that? You're mean. I broke Arthur's heart. No, 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 no. He broke it himself. That's what happened. He broke his own heart because he was so delusional. I didn't say I know people better than you. And I do, though, but that's not the point. That's out of the question. I don't think that counts as hate. I know, right? It isn't hate when it's deserved. Am I muted? No, you're not muted. You're not muted. Actually, how would you be muted if you don't have any voice chatting in YouTube? SMH my head. Okay. It just works. Of course, R2. Hello, Novadros Comic. Thanks for the comment and welcome to the stream. No, at this point I'm not even following the reference. I mean, I'm following the reference, but just as that, or as a reference. I'm not doing any. I'm not trying to get a photorealistic drawing at this point. I'm trying to get the overall shapes done and try and give some effects here and there. It's Wednesday. I wish it was Wednesday, but no, today's Saturday, unfortunately. But every day can be a Wednesday if you want it to be. Every day can be your day. You just have to believe. CHR is Surrenderi? Okay. That's something I'm definitely able to pronounce. Every day can be your day if you're delusional enough. Kiaxaris Kiaxarisuren Kiaxarisuren Day. That's really difficult to pronounce, not gonna lie. Your art is amazing. Thanks. Oh, and speaking of Uma, give me a sec. Mm, Give me a sec. I have to do something imperative. Speaking of Uma Musume, and my phone just fell, of course. There we go. Now we're gonna have Kita-san Black in here, accompanying us, keeping us company. Because we love Kita-san in this household. Monica Mamusume. That's definitely a concept. Oh, hi, Jose. The year looks beautiful so far, thanks. What is that emoji that is? YouTube emojis are weird. That's all I gotta say about that. How are you, Mr. Wins? I'm fine. I will say I'm fine. Like nothing special has happened this week. I think I'm gonna be free the next week for whatever I want to do, but I'm gonna focus on commissions because I have a bunch, and I want to draw something for myself. So I have to get rid of those first. But anyways, I will say yeah, pretty good actually. I haven't had any problems lately. And mental health is mental health right now, so I won't complain. What are those emojis says? Okay, that was a truck right there. And another one. I think that was actually a boss. Do a collab with the truck later. Not today, because I'm already streaming and I didn't plan anything with truck, with Mr. Truck. Or is it Miss Truck? What do you think? Miss or Mr. Truck? Here misgendering trucks. Smash my head. Is that your idol? 6-7. Of course someone will make that, will do that. I'm almost done with this one. The next Saturday I'm gonna study a character instead of a background, because drawing a background, okay, might be the funniest thing for me to do, but for you to watch, this is a pain. This has to be a pain to watch. A guy doing a background. Where's my Monica? Where's my Sayori? Where's my Psychnology drawing? You know what I mean? Harikitiko indeed. I love Monica, a lot of people do. You're not alone in this hill. Wow, looks amazing. Oh my god. Thanks, and even though this is really far from perfect, but thanks. Arikito indeed. Oh wait, where's my music? I forgot for a second that my YouTube was freaking out for some reason. Okay, I think I'm finished with this study. Thanks, Kita-san. I think I'm done with this study, yeah. I'm just gonna do a little bit of changes here and there. And I'll be completely done with this one. I still have my problems trying to make backgrounds, but I think I'm gonna overcome my difficulties eventually. Now we give them some noise, just so people think we're professional artists. And that's it. Yeah. That's it. We've successfully made a study. So what do you guys think? I mean, it's really simple, I know, but I'm proud of how this came out. But as always, I can do better the next time. Alright, I think this is all for today. It's been an hour and a half. An hour and a half, yeah. So, let me just... Alright, thank you everyone for coming. The next Saturday, I'm gonna make a study with an actual character. Like, I'm gonna try to make a study and make fun art with some character, and that's another track right there. High track. So yeah, I'm gonna post this on my second account. I'm gonna repost it on my main, so you can go give it a like. Please subscribe for more videos, and when I the they when me when you the okay, yeah, you get the idea. So I'll see you guys the next stream. So have a good one. I hope to see you there. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.